Well, hello, good morning. I don't know about you, but I have found the last year a really big struggle to try to stay focused on many of our priorities and running our business. There has been a challenge working from home and being in our COVID cocoon. Good morning. My name is Kristin Kaufman, and I am the founder and CEO of a company by the name of Alignment, which I founded 16 years ago to help people reach their potential, create the lives they want, and to basically find alignment within themselves, their teams, their organizations, and ultimately for companies to align to their markets and constituents. So every few days, I come on here to share a couple of tips and insights that I have picked up from my clients, as well as from my own experience. And today I want to address that elephant in the room about how do we stay productive? How do we get as much work done when we're working from home at a home office as we do when we used to go to the old brick and mortar corporate offices that so many of us were groomed on at the beginnings of our careers. So first of all, here's the reality. We all know that, frankly, working from home can indeed reduce our productivity. And there are four things that I want to share on how we can turn the dial and get our productivity up. And they're not hard. Don't overthink this, but it is, I believe awareness is 90% of the rules. So becoming aware of how we spend our time and how we engage is really important. And it can help us to refine how we show up when we want to do our work. So the first thing is, we as women in particular, we love to multitask. We are the pros of multitasking. We can make dinner, do a conference call, make our grocery list for the next day all at one time. And what I will tell you is research has shown that reduces our productivity by 40%. 40%, which I think is phenomenal, not in a good way, phenomenal. So that's the first tip. We need to try to stay focused on one thing, whatever that one thing is, because when we multitask, we reduce our productivity by 40%. So that's not a great thing. So that's the first thing. Determine what it is you want to focus on, what is the most urgent, what is the most important, dive into that, put all the wood behind that arrow, and all the other things that are in the backs of your minds, put them on a list, which we'll go there in a minute, and then just start knocking those down. Okay, so that's the first tip. Reduce, if not eliminate in total, the tendency and the desire to multitask, because it ultimately does not prove out to increase our productivity. In fact, it reduces it by 40%. The second thing, schedule out the time to work. Again, I think so many of us, now I'm fortunate, I don't have, or not fortunate, but I guess in this case, I am fortunate. I don't have children at home. Schooling from home. I was not able to actually have children, and my little puppy passed away a couple of weeks ago. So I am solo, which does give me a lot of control and freedom over how I spend my days. Many of us are not that fortunate. We are juggling, husbands and wives and children and puppies and all sorts of activities at home. And we may be sequestered in our home office, but the doorbells still ring and the phone still rings, and the children still need help getting online to do their schoolwork right now. So if we schedule a time to actually get our work done, and we let everybody in our family know, and we actually have a do not disturb sign on our door, on our office door, that will enable us to really focus on what it is that we're trying to get done. And I know that may seem a little bit uncomfortable and maybe a little bit abnormal, especially given that this is our home and our respite. But right now, in these extraordinary times, oftentimes we need to shift a little bit how we are showing up to do our work. So that would be my tip number 2, is determine a time when that time is sacred to your work, where you really cannot indeed be interrupted. Put that do not disturb sign on there, and then power through whatever that most critical thing is that we need to get done. Okay, the third thing is a tightly coupled third thing relative to that point. Determine the one thing every morning that you absolutely must get done that day. Because again, coupled with this multitasking and all of that, oftentimes we have a list that's a mile long and we just dibble dabble and we never really get anything completely done. So declaring to yourself the one thing that you want to get done that day, that will help you immensely. So that is the third thing. Declare the one thing that you want to get done, focus on that, and the feeling of accomplishment and achievement at the end of the day will be motivational and basically will help you to stay focused going forward through the rest of the week. And then the fourth thing that I will say And I do this every evening before I turn out my office light, and I've encouraged my clients to do the same. Make your list, whatever that list is for the following day. Whatever that list is, the appointments, the calls, the accomplishments that you need and want to have achieved by the end of the day, make that list so that when you turn out that office light, you can actually turn out the light, be present then for your family, be present for the other aspects of your life. And then the following morning, it's waiting upon you whenever you show up in the office, and you have a very clear and distinct way of approaching your day. So those are my 4 very basic tips on how to make the most out of our working from home. And if we embrace each of those 4, I can promise you one thing: you will improve your productivity by at least 90%. That is proven out by research, that when we do indeed embrace what I'm going to call benchmarks and also some boundaries around how we show up every day at work, we do indeed improve our productivity by over 90%. So with that, make it a great day. Again, my name is Kristin Kaufman. I'm the CEO and founder of a company by the name of Alignment Inc. We help individuals, teams, and organizations create alignment within and among themselves so that the productivity and the contribution they're making is exponential. So with that, I hope that I will hear from you. If you'd like to follow me, I'll put my information down below for my YouTube channel and also my blogs that I send out every couple of weeks. Make it a great day, and I'll see you right back here in a couple of days.